Heyo everyone, Hexi here, and today I've got an awesome little game for you called Gotcha Force. It's a game about tiny robots that fight each other. You can circle strafe around and shoot at one another, and whenever you finish a battle, you're rewarded by toy collectibles. So, if you like collecting toys in real life, or you just like video games where you collect things, you're in the right place. So, at the beginning of Gotcha Force, you start off as the main character, Ko, discovering G-Red, who crashed down in the park. It all happens in this anime cutscene. And I didn't know this at first, but in the Japanese version it has lyrics to this cutscene. And in the English version they just cut them out entirely. Cause I mean, come on guys. What kind of company has the budget to completely redo a song in English? 勝利者などいない戦いに疲れ果て Follow you in no man's land Got the devil walking right beside me And guys, I cannot communicate to you how hard this theme song goes. I would so watch this in an instant if it was an actual anime. It is way better than it has any right to be. Now, most of the combat's going to be spent circle strafing around your enemies and trying to outposition them. And then you're just going to be shooting away like mad and occasionally using your special ability. Now, Gotchaborgs have several types of abilities. Your main B button is going to be your regular fire. And some Gotchaborgs are able to shoot guns while others fire shockwaves from their katanas, and some of them just punch and can't shoot at all, so, you know, you have to adapt to all the different types. The second type of ability is usually on the X button, and that one is usually like a super attack of some sort that has a longer recharge rate. You might fire missiles or bombs and wind up like doing major damage with these abilities. The third type of ability are charge attacks. You can either have charge attacks on your main weapon or your special weapon. Charging up the ability allows it to do even more damaging attacks, which is pretty cool. There are all sorts of different types of Gotchaborgs. There are cowboy Gotchaborgs, ninja Gotchaborgs, there are dragon Gotchaborgs, robot Gotchaborgs, there are car Gotchaborgs, and plane Gotchaborgs, and even space Gotchaborgs. So, you know, there are all sorts of different types, and you have to collect them all. There are even some Gotchaborgs that you can't collect normally, like the Galactic Emperor and G-Black. G-Black was originally meant to be in the game, but they wound up cutting him, and the Galactic Emperor is the final boss. He just happens to be in the code, and there is a specific code that you can find on GameFAQs that allows you to move characters around in the inventory to teleport him into your game as a playable character. Because at the end of the day, the bosses are just regular Gotchaborgs that the player controls. Now, later in the game you can unlock some Borgs with some pretty unique abilities. Like there's a gold hero who can summon golden armor when you charge up his X ability. And there's a Chrono Samurai who can freeze time with his X ability. And then there are these giant robots that can combine whenever you use your Z move, which does your partnership combination. Normally pressing Z would make your robots faster and your reload times instantaneous, but if you just so happen to have a combiner board and your partner has one as well, they combine together to form a giant Borg. There are also certain Borgs that can transform on their own just by pressing X. With all these techniques on display, you've got more abilities than in a hero shooter game. So next time your friends say, "Hey, you want to try firing up Overwatch for old time's sake?" You say, "Hell nah, I want to hop on Dolphin and play Gotcha Force split screen on NetPlay." The split screen mode allows for 2v2 multiplayer matches. Also, Gotcha Force has some top-notch voice acting, which can lead to some situations that are pretty funny like this. And if you're just skipping through the story like me, you're bound to hear something ridiculous like...
Hey! Yes! Oh!
Whoa!
Okay!
Supposedly there was a rumor going around back in the day that due to licensing troubles, because a lot of the characters are references to Japanese IPs, there was a recall on the game, but I highly doubt anyone sent their English copy of Gotcha Force back to Nintendo. The majority of the game consists of you and your friends, a ragtag group of kids, who all have their own unique Gotcha Borgs, training against each other to power them up so that you can take on the evil armies of the Death Force. The evil Gotcha Borgs who are trying to take over the world. And after every match, there's a chance that you'll get a Gotcha Borg based on the ones that you fought. So sometimes if you want a specific Gotcha Borg, you'll have to beat the game so that you can go back and replay the missions and unlock the Gotcha Borgs that you really want to get. And then, like Dark Souls, there are new game pluses, multiple of them. The further you go, the more likely the chances that you'll see rare and uncommon Gotcha Borg variants. The earliest ones you'll see are the uncommon recolored ones. They'll either have an inverted palette, or they'll have taken the palette from a different Gotcha Borg and put it on its counterpart. Like the Shield Witch might wind up having the Healing Witch's color scheme, but later on you can unlock such rare findings as gold or glass or black variants of your favorite Gotcha Borgs. So at any rate, Gotcha Force has a pretty unique gameplay loop, focused around collecting toy robots and then heaped on top of a combat system that mimics the old Gundam arcade versus machines. Altogether, it makes for a pretty amusing experience. Well, I hope you all found your new favorite game in Gotcha Force. Go out there, play an awesome game, and whenever you're done, I'll see you next week. Ciao for now. Hexi out. Thanks go out to my Patreon supporters. Your donations mean the world to me, and I thank you for supporting my future endeavors.